Hello to lovers of the beautiful game and welcome to a new look and feel to the best preview show in Mzansi. I am Sizwe Mabena, proud to be in your company. And of course, this is Game On SABC1. Plenty to talk about as Kaizer Chiefs, of course, respond to a derby loss by winning a Soweto derby. For Orlando Pirates, they struggle for consistency as the league season does continue. And of course, we have to talk about Cape Town City. They have hit 6 of their best, a 6-match winning run, their best running season, or their best winning run of the history in the PSL so far, whilst Mamelodi Sundowns, the kings of South African football, and dare I say African football, well, they come back to where they'll feel they belong, which is right at the top of the log standings in the DStv Premiership. Now, it goes without saying, goals make the world of football go round and round. And the two gentlemen that are in my company, they've done their bit to ensure that the beautifully South African game kept spinning over the years, scoring goals. And these are the legends that sit beside me, of course, in Shane McGregor, Kaizer Chiefs legend, the youngest man to promote a team from the first division to the top flight of South African football. And of course, Jerry Skosana, the last player to score in a Soweto derby in, well, the way of a hat-trick. Gentlemen, a good time to be alive. Great season so far, and a lot happening.
Very much going on. You know, we have a look at it. Sundowns once again, where they should be, where they always have been, top of the log. It's a little bit of a problem for the rest of the teams. You know, 4 games in hand, 2 points clear. Who's going to catch them? Now,
Jalan, I have to ask you, for Sundowns, away for a couple of months, come back, play 1 game, back at the top of the log standings.
Yeah, but I think it's a challenge to the rest of the other teams in the PSL. I think if Sundowns can go out and still come back and be on top of the log with 4 games in hand, I mean, it says a lot. If I'm at Pirates, I'm competing against Sundowns. What is it that I tell myself? I need to go pound for pound. I need to make sure Sundowns also suffer what we suffered. But if they let them lose, obviously, what happened last season, I see it happening again.
We are going into an interesting time, though. Shane, with Sundowns, their busy schedule, locally in the league, cup competitions, the African travels, which have already started this season, including the Champions League, which resumes now in this current period we're going into. Do you see that as a bit of a problem for Sundowns, and maybe some good news for those that are in the chasing path?
I don't see it as a problem. You know, I know he doesn't like rotation. But if you look at their squad, they can do that. So, I mean, they've got the players. He can bring in 5, 6 players, and he's not weakening the team. So that's the big thing. You know, he's got players coming back from injury. Ribeiro got a goal in the week, during the week. No problem to them. They are so strong, and it's just a matter of him putting out the right team every week. And when he makes the substitutes, and you have 5 subs, you're not weakening the team. You're actually strengthening the team. So they've got no problems.
But I think, again, Shane, if you look at how does it keep all these players happy? Because whoever that comes in is still giving the same performance that he really needs. So I think also credit needs to go to him.
Talking about that, I think he made a mistake last season by not rotating, by not bringing players and giving them a chance. Because there's a big difference between playing, match fitness, and you'll know, sharpness, whatever. So when you're giving everyone a chance, you're keeping that sharpness. So I think he made a little bit of a mistake last season by doing it, but he does realise now he has to rotate. And I can't see anyone touching them, not in the PSL.
Well, so far, the one side that's looking to touch them or trying their best to do so is Cape Town City. We have to talk about them. What's Tinkler getting right down at the tip of the continent? How is he able to somewhat try and keep up and put up a fight?
Look, you give credit to him because of the kind of players that he have. I think the winning attitude that is putting to the players. If you look at the Mayos and the way they play, you know, they're not giving away so many goals, even though they're not scoring that much. But 1-0, 2-1, those give you 3 points. I think that's what took them to the top of the log the last time when Sundowns were not there, you know. But now, obviously, Sundowns back on top and 4 games.
And we mustn't forget about Cape Town.
Yeah.
They nearly fired Tinkler. He was going through that bad patch where he was struggling. They kept faith in him, and now he's repaying the faith. You know, one thing about him is he gets the best out of his players. He's similar to Gavin Hunt. They get the best out of their players. They don't have the biggest squads. They don't have so-called best players, but he gets the best out of each player, and that's the difference.
Let's shift over to the well, midway point of the table. And who would have thought? Kaizer Chiefs on one side of the line, on the right side of the line, of course, just inside the top 8. Orlando Pirates just outside of that with a couple of games in hand. A bit surprising, Cheruguti, here these two major clubs, and they're struggling at the middle of the table as we approach the middle of the season, really.
If you don't look after your house, you'll always suffer, because there are a lot of things that are happening inside these two clubs.
Yeah.
They might be the big giants of South African football, but it tells the way they are now on the lock. I mean, if you look at Pirates, down at number 11, if I'm not mistaken, and then you look at also Chiefs struggling, except the derby win that they got against Swallows, the 3 points that they got. But I think and feel that there is a lot that is happening inside those houses of both clubs.
Now, I have to ask you, gentlemen, quickly, as we look to end this first segment of the show. This December is a little different. We play through December, something clubs have to get used to. Shane, I'll start with you. What changes now in how you approach the middle of the season and going forward beyond that?
Well, for me, I hope the players' mindset changes. We all know South African players, it comes December, they want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
That's got to change. And this is where strong coaches are going to come in. You've got to have that mindset. You've got to be able to change the players' mindset. If they don't, clubs are going to be in trouble.
And from a coaching point of view?
Besides that, maybe, Caesar, if maybe I had to come to Shane's, what he just said now, you look at 97, when Shane, the season was changed from January to November, and then it was, that's how difficult it was for us as players. Because I know December, I'm done, I'm going to enjoy myself, and that's it. But now it's worse because they have to go through the whole of December. And you know what's happening in the festive season in terms of players, the temptations, going out. But I think what Shane is saying, the character of coaches will bring the best out of the players, and also the discipline part of it will also play a big role.
It certainly will play a big role, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great festive season for us football lovers here. As we know, we'll be enjoying football right through the month of December and won't be taking a break. So lots to look forward to. And I'll tell you what, lots to look forward to, and game on as well as we return on the other side of this.
Here we go. Check these guys. Let's show them how to do that. I see it. Let's have a
your feet like this.
Let's see how you play.
Your feet like this.